Bob! Howdy hey, this is Frakbox, and I'm here playing Pokemon Crystal in Italian, language that I do not speak. We'll just continue on. In the last episode, I'm pretty sure I got the Spearow, and now I'm just going up north to face trainers. I'm pretty sure today is Wednesday, according to the Pokegear. Martedì, I think that's Wednesday in Italian. Right now we have Croconaw in the beginning. Not really sure why. We just need to level up, I guess. Wow, she's glitching out. So I didn't really have a plan for today other than just going through these trainers. These battles might take a while. Hopefully not too long, of course. As you may notice, it's probably been a while. My beard has grown in a little bit since the last episode. It's been a couple of weeks since I last shot the last few episodes. Fusinigardo? I'm having to remember what all these are. That's Bite. Okay, let's just use that. Probably should have used Water Gun, but whatever. We'll just use it next turn, I guess. Not super important. So, not a whole lot has happened in the past couple of weeks, mainly because I'm still in self-quarantine. I am currently... what's the word? Currently out of a job because of the global incident. I guess not really an incident, kerfuffle. So I'm basically just waiting for unemployment to kick in. So if you want to help me out, we do have a Patreon. And I think on Mixer I actually have it set up for donations, but this is obviously not on Mixer, so... it would really help out if you want to donate even $1 a month. That helps out, because all of the stuff I'm doing on the YouTube channel is pretty much... Yeah, all of it is I've had to buy all the equipment out of pocket, so that would help pay off the Best Buy credit card, as it were. So, and obviously don't do that. Don't feel like obligated to do that sort of thing. Only do it if you like actually enjoy the content. I don't... You know, I'm doing financially okay. This is just to help the channel, essentially. So I'm not in super dire financial straits, because luckily I had some money saved up before the incident happened. So, and my girlfriend's able to keep working, so we still have some income coming in. So we're doing a... Wow, okay, I wasn't even paying attention. That was probably one of the dumbest things I've ever done. Okay, well... They're responding in kind. Cool. It's good to know the AI is as dumb as I am. I guess that's... Oh, they flinched. I didn't catch the word for that, though. Esausto is fainted? Interesting. I'd probably use a different word. I mean, sometimes there's the concept of false cognates. It's been such a long time since I've actually played this. I'm not sure if I've told this story, but it's very possible I could have told the story I'm about to tell on a different Let's Play. But my mother, she actually went on a mission trip, like a missionary thing, to Chile, and so she learned Spanish there. Oh, this is a bad matchup. This is a very, very bad matchup. But when she came back, she was in church, in a Spanish-speaking church of the denomination that they go to. And there was a woman in the congregation who was... Spanish was her second language. She was speaking in front of the group. And in Spanish, there's... So a false cognate, or false friends, is essentially a word that sounds like it's a different word in a different language, but they mean completely different things. So basically this woman got up in front of the congregation, and she wanted to say that the bishop is what they call their pastors, essentially. The bishop made me embarrassed, and so she said that she was embarazada, that the bishop made her embarazada. But in Spanish, embarazada doesn't mean embarrassed, it means pregnant. So she got up in front of this entire church group and told them that the bishop made her pregnant. And this is a man who, in that church, they're able to get married and has a wife and everything. So luckily it all got sorted out and everything, but it's just, you gotta be really careful when you're learning a language. Spanish is a lot of the basics as far as Latin and everything. English and Spanish both have some Latin roots, so you can kind of assume that some words are the same. I mean, English is kind of, what, 3 or 4 languages, you know, all huddled in a trench coat standing on top of each other, pretending to be one language. But it's, you got to be really careful sometimes. There's a, wow, that's probably not the move I should have used. Yeah, lots of false friends, as they call them. It's interesting, though, because I was watching a YouTube video once where somebody who was from Denmark and somebody who was from Germany, they were talking with each other about this concept of false friends, and they actually said they were speaking German and Danish, I guess, and they actually used the English phrase "false friends." I thought that was interesting. That concept, they default to using the English terminology for that sort of thing. Let's switch over to Zubat. Might as well. We want to level up the Zubat. I think it'll somewhere in the 20s. Oh. One of these is a Fire Tamer, and the other one is, I think, a Pokemaniac, I believe. Yeah, really got to watch out for those false friends. I'm trying to think of another example where that's the really big one in Spanish is embarazada, but I'm sure if I had enough time I could probably come up with another example. But it's something on that note. Oddly enough, even though I'm playing this game in Italian, I decided I wanted to start up another language on Duolingo because I've been studying relearning Spanish essentially because I went through 4 years in high school and a couple years in college of Spanish, so I'm fairly familiar, but then, you know, a decade of not using it, you lose a lot. Now, as of this recording, I think I'm 191 days into Duolingo, doing the maximum goal they have, and I'm usually surpassing that goal. Today I actually, so normally there's 50 experience as their like highest goal. I usually do, well, today I did like 200 experience worth of lessons. So, but in addition to the 200 experience worth of Spanish lessons I did, I was like, you know what? Let's try out some Latin. So instead of doing Italian here, which would be useful for my Let's Play, I chose, let's go ahead and use this. Instead of Italian, I chose Latin, so that the first couple of Latin lessons, it's very interesting. It's clicking a lot more than, like, because I tried some German lessons back in the past, and yeah, I need to change out the Zubat. I need to change out the Zubat. I tried some German lessons, and it wasn't clicking as much as, like, the Latin lessons were, so who should I switch to? Maybe no, because I think Onyx has a low special defense, so I should probably just switch to Croconaw and let Croconaw finish him off. Okay, Fire Punch. I'm pretty sure this thing knows non-fire type moves. It should probably use those instead. Oh well, can't get the AI to do everything. I mean, there's a lot less exploits as far as the AI in this game. In the first generation of this game, you used to be able to put up a bug Pokemon against the Dragonites that you do in the very, you know, the last, like the Elite Four. Lance, I think is his name. You could put... Oh, let's get out of there. Okay, I want to heal the Zubat, because I want to keep leveling up the Zubat. If you put out like a Venomoth or some other bug Pokemon, it would keep using a Psychic move that it has, Agility, which isn't a damaging move. So you can actually like cheese the AI by putting a Bug out there, because I think Bug is weak against Psychic or something. I think they're like weak against each other. It's something like that, but I think they fixed up a lot of the exploits in this game. And obviously with Pokemon Crystal, typically what the Pokemon Company does is, I mean, basically from the very beginning with Red and... Sorry, I just had some sunflower seeds before this. Typically what they'll do... No, we'll keep Zubat out. they release the version of the games they release, and then they release another version which kind of fixes a lot of the problems. Fixes, so like for Red and Blue, they released Yellow, which fixed a lot of the problems, not all of them. And then for Gold and Silver, they then released Crystal. And then for, I mean, you can point out all the other generations they did this too. So I think this guy has Voltorbs, if I remember correctly. So that should be fairly easy, because Voltorbs kind of suck. So, oh, they're really low level too, so this is going to be annoying. Yeah, Voltorb just kind of sucks. It's, I think I've talked about in the past, I never really liked Voltorb all that much. Like, literally anything I use against this thing is just going to die. Like, what's the point of even having this trainer battle? Are they trying to keep it low enough so that it doesn't use like self-destruct on you? Because oops, wrong button. I don't know what level it learns self-destruct. It must be before level 20. Because I know in this game, eventually you fight Voltorbs that are, I think, level like 21 or 23 or something, and they have self-destruct. I think they're in the Lake of Rage quest line, I think. You fight them. That's like their whole thing. They're like actually traps sitting on the floor, and they like, you get into you generate encounters with them, and then they basically just explode, because, you know, that's their one main damaging move. So I don't like Voltorbs. I think they're dumb. I like the concept of having a Pokeball that comes to life. I like that concept. I don't like them specifically, I guess. Trying to think if there's any other Pokemon that I just don't like. Lickitung is one. Lickitung is one that I don't really like. The first time I saw Lickitung in the anime, I think I've probably mentioned this. First time I saw Lickitung in the anime, I was like, that can't be a real Pokemon. There's absolutely no way this is a real Pokemon, because the anime was the first time I saw Lickitung. I forget what episode it was, but it felt very... Oh, Mom's calling. Gomeva. So she bought something useful, something good. Okay, it's in the PC. I'll check it out later. So that's the one benefit. Sometimes she buys really good things for you, but I usually don't check it for a long time. Okay, so here's the comp. They only battle you at night. The night, and something is... I think that's Perilous. Of Peril? I don't really know. That's the vibe it gives off, obviously. That's some nice sprite work, actually, for what year it is. Okay, let's fight this Growlithe. This one might give us as much trouble as the... let's just go ahead and use this. Confuse Ray. Again, if this is your first episode, I'm trying to get this Zubat to be a Crobat, so I need it to win battles and not die. Which means I need it to like me. So... Okay, let's use... What would be the best move against this thing? Let's use Bite. Because it's confused, and also we can get it to flinch. So this is probably the best thing to do, is the confuse flinch type thing. Wow, that was wonderful. Just excellent. Okay, so I think it's either this level that Zubat evolves, or it's 23, or it's 28. I could be wrong about that. Okay, let's defeat this Growlithe. Hopefully it does the same thing. This Growlithe knows Bite as well, if I recall. But I think I'm faster, just because it's level 14. Okay. Well, worth mentioning, thanks for sticking around this far. This is not the end of the episode, but we also have a Discord, the Frankham Brothers Network Discord. If you'd like to have a conversation with me, or with people that I know, or people who are also fans of the channel or the work we do, there's a link in the description for the Discord. We'd love to have you there. If you're also a content creator, or you've been looking to get into content creation, we want to help you out. We do have some content creators on there, and we pretty regularly talk about collaborations and kind of bounce ideas off of each other. So, you know, if you want to join the Discord, it's there. We'd be happy to have you. Oh, it's the bug catching contest. We'll probably do that later. What I'll probably do is because of the nature... What time is it on... Oh, good. We have plenty of time. So what I'll do this time is so that we can do the... I probably won't do the bug catching contest in this series of recordings, but I'll make sure to leave the save on the cart so that time doesn't pass, so that we can do it some other time. I just don't feel like doing that. Okay, let's see. Just for the interest of... yeah, just for the interest of kind of moving things along, I'll switch back to Krakona, and we shall go in here and face some more trainers. One of these people gives us Pokedex stamp. Okay, I think you give him, you give like the Quick Claw or something. No, who is it that gives? Oh, you're the one who gives the Quick Claw. That is the one. I think she's like a teacher or something. She's going to, yeah, voglio dare questo. She's giving us what something I want, something like that. Okay, yeah, here we go. Rapidartigli. Okay, yeah, like Quick Claw, I think. So I should give the Quick Claw to something that's kind of slow. Slowpoke, maybe? Slowpoke is going to be kind of a pain to level up. So why don't we give the Quick Claw to the Slowpoke? Okay, where are you, Quick Claw? Quick Claw... There you are. Okay. Off we go. So I think there's some trainers in here. Why don't we go ahead and call the episode here, and then the next one we'll face some trainers. So this is Frakbox, and have a great day.